Hey loves, welcome in. Today's reading is a pickle pile message. We have 3 piles in front of us, each carrying its own energy and guidance. Take a deep breath, center yourself, grab a snack, and choose the pile that you feel most drawn to. That's usually the one that's meant for you. And remember, not every message is yours, so take what resonates and just leave the rest. Never force a reading to fit your situation. All readings are done with love, clarity, and for the highest good of all. Hello and welcome. If you chose pile number 1, the Light Seers Tarot, if you're drawn to this deck and this flower here, this orange-pink flower, I believe it's a dahlia, then this reading is for you. Again, this is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not force it. I'm sorry if you just heard my dog's toy. I swear, every time I go to record this reading, something is distracting me or like stopping me, or like I'm noticing details of certain things, whereas normally I wouldn't focus on those things or really pay attention to them. So maybe this group here is very attentive to details and kind of, a perfectionist, if you will. Back to what I was saying, take this reading for what resonates, leave the rest, and, if it's giving you anxiety for any reason, then this reading is not for you. These readings are meant to give clarity and to give a peace of mind, to help you, have confirmation on your own intuition with certain situations in your life. These readings are never meant to leave you feeling confused. Okay, so that will help. Anyway, so if you were drawn to this deck, then this reading's for you. And like I was saying before, what I was picking up automatically with this reading, with this pile here, is that like you guys are very hard on yourselves. You kind of are perfectionists when it comes to certain things in certain areas of your life. You might have grown up in a very controlled environment where, things were very, I guess you were kind of, never feeling like you were doing the right thing, or never feeling like you were good enough, if that makes sense. Like nothing was ever good enough. You may have never been told, you're doing a great job, even if you were like working your hardest at every single thing that you were doing. Like you never like got the credit that you deserved, I feel. So a lot of you are very hard on yourselves now as adults, or at whatever part of your life you're at, you're very hard on yourself. So you may be perfectionists with a lot of things. Okay. Let me get straight to it before I start rambling. So I already pre-shuffled. I have the cards here. And let's see, what do we have? We have the Magician, the Moon, the Four of Wands, Choose Love. These are your oracles. Invite your fears to tea. Again, don't mind if you hear my French bulldog in the background. He's making all of his sounds. He's playing with his toys. Okay. Some of you may have a dog. Be bold and make the first move. This is your love oracle deck. Party. Fantasy. Okay. Spiritual support. Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the woman in my life fiercely. You might have a woman in your life that you really love, or there's a certain feminine energy in your life that you look up to, or maybe looks up to you. Firefly Wonder. Let's see. Moving forward. Enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness. So a lot of you are very unique. Oops, there's a lot of cards. Leap of faith. Make your dreams real. The movie star. You've earned all your stripes. And the great serving Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. Okay. So pile number 1. These are your cards. I hope that all of them are showing. Yeah, so I feel like there's something in your life that you really want to pursue, or that you or maybe you did pursue, maybe this is a relationship of some sort, and maybe the people in your life weren't accepting of this relationship. I feel for some reason, invite your fears to tea. Yeah. So I feel a lot of you had to really face some sort of like fear from your past, or something that you normally wouldn't do. Maybe you did, or maybe you're going to do. This could have to do with relationships in your life, with be bold and make the first move. I feel like you are coming to learn that you can take a leap of faith, and you have leap of faith somewhere in this pile, I believe. That you have the ability to make what it is that you desire to happen. So a lot of you in your life have seen negative results, not because of who you are, and not because of what your ability you're capable of, but because of the influences in your life. A lot of you have really been through a lot, but you don't know it because you were always told that everything in your life is so good and you have so much and to be grateful for, and etc., etc. And these were like things from your childhood, maybe from parental figures or older siblings or whoever had influence over you in your lifetime. Really planted seeds of doubt in your mind whenever you wanted to accomplish something, or whenever you've had an idea or put an idea out there, it was always kind of shut down. And so you started to truly believe that like nothing you desire and nothing you believe to be true, or nothing that you think is a good idea is a good idea. Like, I hope this makes sense to somebody. With the movie star, I feel like a lot of you always have had like a spotlight on you, or like have been praised by older figures in your life, or you've kind of been the star of the show, or maybe you had to perform a lot. Maybe there's a dynamic in your household where you had to kind of wake up and put on a show in order to make someone happy in your life. I hope that makes sense. This could be, there's a lot of narcissism that's coming up here, so you can have a narcissistic parent where like you had to really put on a show for them and really like kind of make sure that you were the perfect version of yourself. Everything had to be perfect. And that's why before this reading, I tried starting so many times, and like nothing, I felt like I was noticing these little details that I normally don't fixate on. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's because I'm feeling the energy of the reading and the person that is going to be listening to this pile. I really take on these energies so strong that I feel it. So with dreams, fairy tale, and imagination, I feel like a lot of you have a great imagination, or a lot of you are like a daydreamer or daydream a lot. Maybe a lot of you like to play video games. I need to slow down. I go way too fast. I'm so sorry. If I am going too fast, I need to learn how to slow down. We're going to slow down. Deep breaths. Okay. So with fairy tale, I think that's what it says. Fantasy. So with fantasy, dreams, fairy tale, imagination, a lot of you are, like I said, very creative, and you have a great sense of imagination where you're able to really envision things and manifest them, but you don't know this about yourself. I feel like a lot of you have this ability your whole life. You have a very easy manifesting like ability where, and this is also like from the way you grew up, because I do feel like a lot of you like maybe had nice things growing up, or it could be the complete opposite. Take what resonates. But I think for most of you, this group right here, really, you were kind of handed things without having to ask. And so now that you have this sense of independence, you're like, what the heck is going on? I don't know what to do. Because like that's not available anymore, or it's becoming less available, or you're having to realize how to kind of sort through those things on your own without them being already provided for. It's almost like there's a theory called be your own butler. I forget who I heard this from. It's from this motivational speaker I listened to on YouTube. He's very intelligent, but he explains this theory called the butler theory, where you become your own butler, and so you basically set yourself up for success and act as though you have a butler in your life that's doing all these things for you, but it's really you. Okay, so it's kind of like, it's interesting, but a lot of this method actually works for a lot of people, and it helps you to kind of get together the things that you feel are all over the place. It makes you more prepared. Like maybe, you're so used to things like being put together, as far as like even like leaving the house and having like a bag ready to go, and you're realizing like, yeah, I don't have like that person like that's always packing, everything for me, and like, I'm learning to be independent from, those types of dynamics. But anyway, let's move forward. I think I'm rambling on that. So with spiritual, I'm sorry, your throat chakras, a lot of you could be very quiet and observant. I just got that. So with spiritual support, dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow and become more spiritually aware. So I feel like for a lot of you, you've had this spiritual support your whole life. You've been very special your whole life. You haven't really realized it though, I feel. So I feel like right now you're becoming more spiritually aware. You're going through an awakening. Some of you don't even realize that you're going through this like whole awakening. But Spirit really wants you to understand that they're going to give you like a big sign soon, I feel. With this Sappho, the poetess energy, this is beautiful. This is a symbol of divine feminine expression and pure love. This card is all about opening your heart deep and authentic connection. So I feel like some of you are realizing that you want to share yourself with your one true love forever. And that's, I think, what is so scary, because a lot of you with the moon, the Four of Wands, the invite your fears to tea, choose love, a lot of you had to really, take this, and leap of faith is right here. A lot of you had to take a leap of faith in a relationship that you're currently in or in love. And, this is something that you normally would be terrified to do, or terrified to stand up to certain people in your life, but you're learning to, be bold and move forward rather than dwell on the past. Because a lot of you may, have, again, learned helplessness, you've learned pessimism from your parental figures or the people that raised you or the people you were around growing up, whether this be in your teenage years or in your workspace, whatever way this resonates for you. But a lot of you learned this way of being pessimistic about things, and you're unlearning that right now. There may be someone in your life who's influencing that side of you. This person may be very positive, and maybe this is the relationship that that you are pursuing or pursued, or that you're currently in, that, this person makes you very happy, but the people in your life seem to be have something to say about this person, or, or you sense a vibe from them that, they dislike this person, and it's like, you can't understand why, because you genuinely love this person. So what Spirit wants you to know is, you have to, you have to know that you made the right move, and you are making the right moves, and that you're not in the wrong direction here. You're not going in the wrong direction. See, moving forward, get ready for positive change. So you're actually making a lot of positive changes by choosing this path. I see two doorways, okay? I see two doors. There's one door, and it has angel wings on it. And the angel wings, it's glowing. The whole door is glowing. It's white. It's beautiful. It's got a golden aura, right? And when you open that door, it's everything you could ever imagine. It's everything good in the world, right? It's happiness, it's togetherness, it's love, it's passion, joy. And then the other door is dark. It's kind of black and white. There's devil horns on the door. It's the past. There's a lot of sadness. When you open the door, you get this sense of just dwell and sadness and negativity and pessimism and, control. And that door, obviously, you don't want to go through that door, right? Which door do you want to go through? You want to go through the one with the angel wings. So what Spirit is saying to you is that though you can't see what door that is, inside, deep down, what door that is. And that door is the door that's going to make you happy, not everyone else happy. You're so used to people pleasing, and it's always about what everyone else wants. But now Spirit wants you to ask yourself, what do you want, right? What is it that you want? Not what this person wants, what this person wants. You're so used to doing everyone else's plans. You're so used to doing, you're just used to kind of molding into who people want you to be, but who do you want to be? And I think that's the biggest question here right now that you guys are kind of asking yourselves. With the great serving Mars energy, anger and conflict, I feel like there's some anger issues deep down over not kind of facing these inner wounds. And I do think that the person in your life, or that, this relationship or this friendship or whatever it is in your life that people don't approve of right now, this person is currently influencing you to heal and helping you. It may, not be the most comfortable thing all the time, but this person really does help you heal. You've earned all your stripes. I love this card. I feel like a lot of you may be a professional. Some things I wrote down here. I'm just going to read the things I channeled before this reading, because I really think that's kind of the message here. The main message for this pile is that you're awakening, and that spirit is sending you real, undeniable signs that soon something will spiral you out of confusion and into clarity. So please get ready for this positive change. That's what I wrote down. Let's see. Coming, and your path is aligning with something far more beautiful than you dared to believe. I love that. Some things that I randomly picked up on before this reading. Lifetime by Justin Bieber. You know that video, Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife? But the remix song that came through. Full House theme song. Royal Carriage, like Cinderella and the Pumpkin. Good Doctor. And I worked on medical field workers, so some of you could be in the medical field. Let's see. John Doe, I wrote down. So yeah, like maybe you work like as a EMS worker in the emergency department, something like that. Or you work on with very sick patients. Jack Black movies came up. Someone's glued to their phone. I picked up on a family of deer, seeing a family of deer. Capri Suns, mac and cheese, and nuggets. Like, total nostalgia for me. That's like a childhood meal. Leapfrog, Angel number 222, the movie The Princess Diaries. Indigo. And let's see, what else did I write? Pajamas. Sleepless nights. Someone's very obsessive. I wrote down Reno 911. I don't know. I think that's a show. The smell of fresh cut grass. Attraction upon the first meeting. Now suddenly the person is obsessed. Maybe you met someone, or maybe someone met you where there was no like attraction. Now suddenly someone's like obsessed with you, maybe because like you have someone. I don't know. That came through. Guitar player, string instruments. Someone's very, what did I write here? Very loud. I don't know what I wrote there. Violin, guitar player. So someone plays the instruments, string instrument. Adam, the name Aaron. Chirp, chirp. I wrote down, so like a bird chirping. Maybe you have a bird. And playing the trumpet. Yeah, those are just some things that came through, but I hope this resonates. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. I love to know. And the time links will be in my bio as well. I forgot to mention that. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading, and please tune in next time. Thank you. All right, so we have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Three of Cups, the number 27. So maybe some of you were born on the 27th, or 27 could be your number. Maybe February 7th for some. Stars. You can manifest your every wish. So a lot of you are very good manifestors, I feel. The number 5. Let's see. Boho babe. Bikini, the beach babe. I feel like a lot of people see you as very like you have a nice figure. You're very fit. For some of you, or you wear your clothing very well. Like whether or not you're fit, even if you have, some weight to you, you wear it well, and you love how you look, and others love how you look. That's what I'm getting. So whatever body type you have, a lot of people admire it. Okay, let's see. Sandpiper spirit. Be playful. You're very playful, I feel. Celebration. Celebrate differences, but you're also very different. A lot of people notice that you're different, or you've been very different your whole life. Archangel Gabriel, messenger of creativity and hope. So a lot of you call on Archangel Gabriel at this time, or Archangel Gabriel is with you. Let's see. you will be surprised. Ooh, I love that. So yeah, I was getting that before the reading started, is that for this group, your spirit guides really want you to know that you're about to have a lot of magical things happen to you, especially with coincidences. You can manifest your every wish and then you will be surprised. These kind of connect to me and tell me that you're going to have like something really beautiful come into your life very randomly, and it's going to feel like, is this really happening? Lotus flower enlightenment. Let's see. I love this divine feminine deck. This says Rabia. I think in the reading before this, I mentioned a show with Reno 911 with Reba. And that just reminded me of this name here. The Queen of Saintly Woman. I am in service of divine love, and I move the way love asks me to move. So I feel like for a lot of you, you follow your heart. You really aren't one to follow your, like, you're less logic. You're more like how you feel. Okay. And with clear your vibes, yeah, a lot of you don't. I feel like if you feel a bad vibe, or you go with what, yeah, that's what these two cards are saying. So you kind of go with what you feel. If you feel something negative, then you go the opposite way, or you go a different direction. Like, you know what you feel, and your intuition is always on point. You always kind of know this. Someone made a mistake, regret. There's regret and feminine energy. So maybe there's a feminine energy in your life who is regretting a choice they recently made against you, or maybe this has to do with your past. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Be mindful with your money, honey. But I feel like this card is usually telling you people, or telling me to slow down and save my money. But for you guys, I feel like you're going to have a lot of money coming in that you're going to be saving. And yeah, with pause, I feel like a lot of you are kind of pausing, and you're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labors, if that makes sense. Whereas like there was a time period in your life where you had to kind of like really be strategic with how you spent. So there's going to be a moment of relief here. So yeah, I feel for this group, a lot of you have a lot of celebration coming, actually. I see celebration, connection, and new friendships, especially, that are coming in for you. I feel like for you guys, this season is going to be a season for you where you're no longer doing things alone. A lot of you are used to doing everything alone, and you're going to have the support, and you're going to have the help that you have really always desired. I feel like you're finding people in your community, or you're going to be finding people around you or in your community that are similar to you or have a lot in common, where it's going to be very easy to work in that environment. A lot of you have been taking a pause with this pause card, and be mindful with your money, honey. So maybe a lot of you have been on pause. You've been waiting for some type of answers to come. I feel like this has to do with a legal situation for some reason. A lot of you have been in kind of like a period of recovery from something you went through. And this has to do with being different. I feel with celebrate your differences. I feel a lot of you maybe had went through some period of transformation, or somebody may have, said something to you that really hurt you, or maybe really put you in a period of like isolation to kind of think about the things that, maybe you went in words with these words, that maybe someone says something very mean, or something was done to you, like a bullying or harassment type situation, where it kind of like it forced you into isolation. It forced you to kind of go within and reflect on your journey here. And though what was done to you was unfair, that's what I'm feeling. This is a situation where somebody, because I feel so anxious and heavy right now, and I'm like, why do I feel like this? But it's definitely because I'm channeling this group's feelings and emotions, and I just need you guys to know, and I feel like you know this too, is that there's gonna be first of all a message of positivity coming. The answers you need are coming, and I'm also going to pull you a Angel's Answers card because I feel like you guys need it. So let's see. I'm just going to pull it right out. Within the next few weeks. The answers you coming are within the next few weeks. That is what I'm talking about here. Okay, so, ooh, I have the chills. I love that. Group number 2. If you're waiting for an answer from whether it be a legal situation, whether this be a job, whether this be something that you've been really working hard towards, or something that you've been waiting upon that you really need to move forward in order to move forward, is coming within the next few weeks. You guys saw that? I just pulled that out of nowhere. I pulled it out of this pull pile here. I love that. That's beautiful. Okay, so you will be very surprised at what happens. The outcome is going to be better than you thought. I feel there's a feminine energy who's in regret, or who made a wrong choice and is very apologetic right now. Or when this comes out, when these answers come out, this person is going to be very apologetic, or very they're going to feel very guilty. They're going to realize they made the wrong choice with you, and if they did not already, for some of you, they already realized their doubt of you, or when they doubted you, they were totally wrong. So a lot of them really want to talk to you right now. There's someone that really from your past, or from your recent past, that really misses you and wants to speak with you. So yeah, there's this new start coming, these happy times for you. And I know, even though it may not feel like it right now, you're kind of like still lingering with like doubt and, confusion and like unsureness of like what is going on. Just know, like, this is your message of positivity and hope. This is your message of like, I hope this was clear, because if there was things in this reading that resonated with you very, very specifically, take that as a sign from your spirit guides that this was meant. You were meant to see this. These readings don't just pop up on your timeline for no reason. You know what I mean? There's a message in there for you. And if not, don't force it to resonate. Like I always say, another pile might be for you. But I feel for a lot of you, you're going to see this and it's going to be a sense of relief. I feel such a sense of relief. Okay. Also, in the beginning, I said that a lot of you smell really good, or have like a really good signature scent. And I was picking up on the Ariana Grande perfume, and the Alien by Terry Mugler, I believe, perfume. And people love how you smell. That's what I'm getting. I feel like when people talk about you, sometimes they're like, oh, she smells so good, or he smells so good. So that's good. You guys come off very like, you take care of yourself. A lot of people admire that. So yeah, a lot of good things coming within the next couple of weeks. I feel like September is going to be a great month for you guys, for your growth, and just with a lot of like positive news, a lot of fun, a lot of planning. There's going to be some planning of vacation soon. I feel a lot of you are going on a trip or moving to a better place, a better location. Everything in your life is upgrading right now. Okay. So I love that for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If this was your pile, thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time. Okay, hello, pile 3. If you chose the Sunflower and this tarot deck, the Muse tarot deck, then this is your reading. So I feel like, well, first of all, let me do my little cleansing prayer. I call in light, truth, and protection for this space. May only messages of love, clarity, and guidance flow through me. All energy shared here is for the highest good of all, harming none and helping many. Take what resonates with your spirit, leave what doesn't, and never force a message that does not align. So it is. Okay, let's get started. So Spirit is telling me, if this is your pile, if this is your group, also if this isn't your group, know that you can go back to the other piles and you can watch those. That there might be a message in there for you. There might be, if you're drawn to like all of the piles, say, there might be a little message in there in each of one for you, if that makes sense. So that being said, don't force the message. Number one, if it doesn't feel comfortable, then it's not for you. If it's giving you clarity and it's making you be like, yes, that's exactly what I thought, then this is your reading. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I feel like I have this heaviness. Okay, I got this instant feeling of like feeling down, feeling like just exhausted. Like this group, you have overcome so much, and it's like, I feel like you're in a period right now of very deep healing, or you just went through a period of very deep healing. I feel that with the Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords, that came out like sideways, but I'm going to take it like upside down. I'm going to take it reversed. I feel like there is a lack of clarity within your own ability and presence in a certain environment. I feel like you actually outdid yourself. Like, you actually are somebody who you may go into environments and you may intimidate the boss. You may intimidate the person that is in charge. And this may either promote you, or, you know, it may work in your benefit, or it may work against you because that person may see you as competition. In this case, I feel there was some type of situation like this in your life that just recently happened, or over the course of the last few years maybe happened. But this feels like a more recent energy. It doesn't feel like this is like years and years ago. It could be. You know, if that applies to your story, then that makes sense to you. But I really feel like this is more of like a recent energy, and this is more of a situation where like you were more affected by the people who were projecting at you and who were kind of like placing themselves into your life without your consent. Like, it was almost like unsolicited. Like, you had to deal with a lot of people who came in unsolicited. And I feel it was due to a certain circumstance that you had to endure, or that you chose to endure because it was fulfilling to you at the time, or it was like something that you wanted, or something that you wanted to pursue. But like, it turned into a ripple effect of basically a ripple effect of events that you didn't ask for. Things that obviously things that were like, it was almost like there was a coordinator of these events. There was like a chaos coordinator is what I'm getting. It was like these events were not just random. I feel like they were you went through a series of like different scenarios, or like almost like setups or of scenarios, situations that triggered you in some which way maybe, and caused you to kind of like pull back your energy from whatever this is, whether this be a job, whether this be a group of people, whether this be a passion of yours. Like I said, take what resonates. I feel like for this group, there were several different things that you had to go through in this past cycle that at the time you really felt were like so unfair, because for this group, especially this heaviness that I'm feeling, you have been through a lot. I'm feeling like you guys have been through like disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. And like for the last several years, this could be years, I'm getting for a lot of you. But someone manipulated something. There was a manipulator here who wanted full dominance of a situation. So they really wanted you in this Five of Pentacles. They wanted you to feel a discontentment within yourself that would cause you to pull back, in the sense of like, I feel you are a person that is empathic and you are a people person when you're in the right environment, right? But a group of people that are not good for you, or that are not cheering for you, or that, you know, that don't want to see you do well. Like, I feel like you're genuinely a person who is cheering for everyone. Like, you're not someone who is sour at someone else's accomplishments. You're someone who, when you see someone winning, or when you see someone accomplish something, you are genuinely like, wow, that is amazing for them. Like, and you feel happy for them. That, you know, that's so rare. Let me tell you something, like, a lot of people don't have that ability. A lot of people feel guilt. Not guilt, I'm sorry. Maybe that's something that you feel. I'm not sure why I said that. A lot of people feel, what was I trying to say? See, sometimes like that always happens when like spirit doesn't want me to say something. It will come back to me. But what I feel like is this group, you have been through a lot of things that have caused you to be where you are right now. And where you are right now is like in between, I feel like, two worlds. I'm so mad that I forgot what I was going to say before. I feel like I want to pause this and go back and figure out what I was going to say. Hold on. It turns out I can't. Oh, I just saw 3:33 on the clock. Maybe that's why I was supposed to pause it. See, there's a reason for everything. I feel like a lot of you are kind of realizing that, like, you're letting fully go of trying to control things and trying to know what happens next. A lot of you have the problem, not the problem, I don't want to say a problem, it's not a problem. A lot of you have this thing where you like to know, of course, don't we all, especially if you're intuitive and if you're psychic and, you know, you're a tarot reader, or you just like have like very good intuitive abilities. You like to know what's going to happen next. You usually are right. You're usually like someone who can predict the next thing. But like when it comes to you and your life, when it comes to you and your own relationships, your own shadow work, like all of that type of stuff, I feel like it's really hard for you to like see the bigger picture sometimes, and you kind of miss that aspect, if that makes sense. Like you are blindsided by your own, like it's like you can't read yourself type of thing, which is why you're probably watching this. But what I was saying is that you don't necessarily enjoy not knowing what's happening next. But spirit is, I feel, rearranging things. I feel like the universe is rearranging things right now, like as we speak, for you, in your favor. Like, oh, okay, we got to do this, and then, you know, this person has to go here, and then like it's something like that. Notification just popped up, but it's something along the lines of like, all right, well, we're just gonna like move a few puzzle pieces here, there, and then this is gonna work that way, and it might cause a little bit of an upheaval, but like it will pass, and then this is gonna happen. Like that is how the universe is like working, because it's so rapid for you right now. I feel like something is completed. You did it. This is the biggest card that stood out to me. This card, it says you did it, and then on the back it says don't mind that. I think that's makeup. It says, hooray, success is here or just around the corner. You've worked hard and your efforts are paying off. Congratulate yourself and truly savor your fantastic victory. Just remember that success comes in cycles, so we can't be at the top of our game 24/7. That's really important for this group, because you guys feel like you can't relax sometimes. I feel like even right now, if you're watching this, like it's like you feel like you need to be working, or like you need to be doing something towards your work, right? But no. Rest and be open to receive. We succeed, celebrate, rest, renew, and succeed again. Know where you are in this journey. You did it before and you'll do it again and again. So you're someone who has made your manifestations come to life like over and over again. I feel like you have, especially with this wishes fulfilled, I feel like you make your wishes come true. Like you're someone who has the ability to bring your wishes to real life, and people are shocked every time, I feel like, but you just keep doing it. I feel like you keep manifesting things into your life, and people don't understand how you do it, because I feel that you do get hit with a lot of hardships. There are a lot of like things that you have to deal with. There are a lot of like projections, and just honestly, like you've been through so much, like you've been through so many different scenarios in life that like you can handle a lot of different things. So like you might be like the calm and the chaos type of thing. So yeah, that could be for somebody. I feel like some of you might work, you know, in like a field that requires fast thinking and critical thinking. So like maybe some of you are in the medical field, or you know, maybe some of you are in school and like you're studying, but sorry, off topic. But I feel like, yeah, whatever it is that you're doing, it's meant to be. Whatever, your destiny is basically predetermined. So I feel like with fated meeting, usually I take this with like a person, but like for this group, I feel like with fated meeting, this is like you and the things that you're meant to have or like come across. Like you, everything that you have been through in the past, like I want to say 10 years, has been very intentional by the universe. It's all like according to plan, right? So like you're finally here, I feel like, and now you're this. I feel like you've manifested this, like this version of you as this badass, right? Whereas like you were once a very vulnerable individual and sensitive individual, where like little things may have escalated your emotions or heightened your emotions, like because you didn't know how to like regulate those emotions, if that makes sense. Because you're so empathic, you absorb a lot of people's different emotions all the time. And so like I feel like a lot of you had to be taken out of certain environments and certain places to heal that aspect of your intuitive abilities. You had to be in this isolation to reflect on the journey that you've taken to get here. I feel like a lot of you are about to have a perfect setting. So there's about to be an ideal scenario. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. So it's going to be like, hang on, I need water. Okay, but back to what I was saying. So I feel like a lot of you just had to go through this like deep cellular healing, both physical and emotional. Okay. So a lot of you, I love this card. I love these cards. A lot of you had just like recently went through that, or like you had to go through that in order to get from, it was like you had to do this to, it's almost like, you know, when you have to take like a certain class that like is boring, but you have to take it, like it's like a prereq or whatever for sorry, I had to fix it. A lot of you could say sorry a lot, and you're learning to stop. I just got that because like I don't even know why I just did that. See, some things come through me like that, but I feel like a lot of you say sorry too much, and that's something you need to work on, or it's something that you have been working on. Off topic, but let's go back to this card, this deep cellular healing. So a lot of you had to basically like what I was trying to compare this to is like when you have to take a class that you don't want to take a prereq in college, right? So it's like, say you have like a science major or whatever, health major, but you have to take like a music class, right? And it's like, or vice versa. It's requirement. So like this was a spiritual requirement for you, this deep cellular healing. It was, you had to go through it. There was no other option. And I know a lot of you feel like this frustration towards this period of time, but you're gonna look back and like actually like miss this time of isolation. I know it sounds crazy right now because it's like a lot of you have been going through it, but you're gonna look back on this one day and you're gonna be like, wow, that was such like a healing time it was, even though it was scary and there was a lot of unknown factors to what was going on outside of closed doors. It was still a very beautiful healing time for you that you really needed, that time away, especially from all that you've taken on the past, like I want to say like 5 to 10 years. Like I was saying, like you've been going through tower after tower after tower for years. Like you've lost people, you've lost a lot of people. I feel a lot of energies coming through, a lot of spirits are coming through this reading. Like maybe a friend passed away, getting like maybe even a few, like you knew some young premature deaths that had happened around you, and you know, those things really can take a toll on us, especially when we're empathic. I feel for some of you, you may have lost somebody and it triggered this awakening in you, maybe when you lost this person. Okay, that's for some of you. 31, some of you could be 31. Mother Nature. I kind of want to read the booklet on little page on that, but I feel like a lot of you need to spend time in nature right now, or you will be spending a lot of time outside. Like I'm getting like walking in like a nice area outside, outdoors. The weather's good. Like this is it's giving like a vacation in the winter type of thing, or a vacation in the fall, which I feel like a lot of you really need this vacation. Yeehaw. I love this. It says, when it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their yeehaw quality above all others. Have it your way. Special orders don't upset us, the universe. So I feel like you're someone who is very special. You're someone who is seen as high value, but a lot of people don't realize that until it's too late. That's what I'm getting from this card. For some reason, I know that's like kind of like random, but it makes sense to me. Interesting. Yeehaw. Memories. I feel like a lot of you have been recently feeling very nostalgic. I feel like there's a friend or there's somebody from your past that you have been thinking about, or that has been thinking of you. This person brought your inner child out. I know this reading is kind of scattered all over the place, so I really hope this is resonating with you guys. But I feel like with this card, it's kind of like giving, like, you had a lot of like very close connections that didn't see your worth, I feel like, at the time. And I feel like it's because you were misunderstood, and you were misunderstood because of the hardcore things that you went through as a child into your adolescence. Like, you were, I feel like, for this group, trigger warning, but I do feel this energy of like partying very young, like, you know, going out to a lot of parties in high school and in college, and you know, just maybe, or not even, if some of you didn't go away to college, like, you know, just local, like, you know, you were into the club scene very early, which I feel a lot of you don't regret a thing. I feel a lot of you lived that part of your life, and you like look back, and it was definitely a fun time when you think of that time period. But when you think of like how old you were, and like the people you were around, certain scenarios you were around, it's like you were exposed to things that a lot of people would never understand. So I feel like a lot of you holds very special memories with certain people from your life that you've connected with or made certain connections with. Some of these connections could be crossed over on the other side. I'm getting a young male. I'm getting he crossed over when I feel, and he was, I want to say, age 19 to, I want to even say 16 to 27. I want to say not even 27. I want to say like 23, honestly, like 16 to 23. 27 is like, I feel like at that, I feel like you lost people at 20. That just came through. That was like a clear message. I'm like, what am I trying to say here? Sometimes I don't know. But a lot of you lost someone when you were 27, or you, when you were 27, you started like realizing the connections you had with certain people, or like reflecting a lot on your emotional, personal connections in your life. Like, you, I feel like that's the time that you started to do that. That's very, very specific. This is very specific, this whole reading. With this card, the Mother of Believers, I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. So I feel like a lot of you are coming into this abundance right now, and you don't even know it. The obstacles that you went through are definitely over. It has shifted you into this transformation, this change. This is Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. So I feel like, yeah, a lot of you had to go through some type of transition, some type of release. There was something, yeah, look, I forgot, I didn't even see this. What do you need to release? So it's like you had to release something in order to move forward into this next chapter, and whatever action you took, you did it. Now you're this badass, right? I feel like you are someone who is seen as perhaps a leader, or someone who will be in some type of leadership position because of your ability to face adversity and your ability to get things done. That's another thing. Again, sorry if this is all over the place, but to wrap this message up, I feel like a lot of you are about to have this experience of abundance, or something that it's like you manifested, the card, sorry, that you manifested into your world. Like, look at this picture, like she's painting her world and it's beautiful. Like she's painting her sky. So I feel like a lot of you had to paint the sun back into your sky, and it's like now coming into life. Like it's like you had to bring something back to life, and it's now sprouting, it's now about to take off. I hope that makes sense. But and then this card, let's see, I love this deck. It's the divine, what is it, the divine feminine oracle deck. So this is Juana. I'm sorry if I cannot pronounce that correctly. The High Priestess. So you are definitely, yeah, like I said, you're very intuitive. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. Like you actually are above average intuitive. I'm getting you're above average. Like you are one of the top. If you're seeing this, definitely. But I hope this reading made sense to you guys. It's kind of all over the place. Let me just pull some of these personal channeled messages that I wrote earlier. Spirit, what does collective need to know from these channeled messages? Okay. They are jealous of your lights. Yep. So like I said, there was somebody or something in your life. Oh, okay. Maybe that's where I needed to go back to. Sorry. There was something or somebody in your life that was very jealous of your light, and they were behind closed doors, like doing things that you were unaware of to like stop you or bring you down or slow you down, right? So that's kind of like what I'm getting. But let's see, what does it say? You have been under the protection of Archangel Michael, but because of your protection, because you have such strong angelic protection, this has not affected you. And so this energy needed somewhere to go, right? So now it's only going back towards the people that were sending you this energy, or towards the people that were trying to cause you pain, or trying to cause you hardships or misfortunes. Now these people, I'm just seeing like a bed being, like, what is that saying, when you have to lie in the bed that you made, right? So these people like made your bed, and they thought that you were going to lay in it, but they're actually going to be laying in it. I hope that, is that thing? That is a saying, right? Let's see. Transmuting, okay, these fell on the floor, hold on. Transmute the negative energy thrown at you. Yeah, so a lot of you are able, you have this ability naturally to, like, you're an alchemist, you transmute energy. So if like someone's like trolling you, like you laugh at it and you don't even let it become a thought in your brain, because it's so unimportant. Like you're really good at that, but it's a skill. It's you've learned to do this. Like you haven't always been this way. Like maybe a few years ago you would have exploded and you would have wrote a paragraph back to you know, whoever wrote like whatever troll comment, but now it's like you don't even care. You're so unfazed, and I love that. Like you are you're like you've done so much work on yourself, you don't even realize it. Like you've grown so much, because the person you were like even 1 year ago is not the same person you are right now. You have learned alchemy, I feel like, in this past 2 years. You've learned how to transmute negative energy, and even if it hasn't been the last 1 to 2 years, in your lifetime you've learned how to transmute negative energy because of all the things that you've been through. You've had no choice but to learn, okay, well, how am I going to deal with this? It's like, what is that saying? The only way out is through. When the only way out is through, right? So like I feel like that's for somebody. You had no other way. You had to go through. So you had to go through it to get here. So you did. And now that has only made you stronger than ever, right? I keep pulling this. You up energy wants commitment. I don't know, that's for somebody. This could be somebody from your past, like trying to maybe reach out to you, or maybe this is somebody that is maybe involved in the situation that like wants to pop up. I don't know, that's for somebody. Let's see. You laugh at yourself. You have a good sense of humor. People love that about you, I feel like. Let's see. Emotional wish fulfillment. Oh my God, look. Yes, wish fulfillment, wish fulfillment. That came up how many times? 1, 2, and then I know it's somewhere else. There's another wish fulfillment card here, but all right. One more, let's see. An old coworker misses you and they want to offer you an opportunity. Oh, that's exciting. I feel like I was feeling like that for somebody. There's somebody from, especially with the Six of Cups, I was trying to figure out where that ties in. For a lot of you, the Six of Cups, I feel like there's somebody who has watched you evolve into the person you are and go through a lot of things. You've went through a series of like events in your life that have been extremely difficult, and this person has watched you overcome these hardships, and I feel like they either watch from afar or this person was in your life actively watching you grow. But I feel like this person really this is the past person. I feel like they either want to be around you again, they feel like they want to rekindle something as far as like working together. I'm not seeing like a friendship. It's more like a partnership, business ship. I don't know, is that even a word? Like a partnership in business. That's what I mean. Like it seems like there's somebody that wants to connect with you to do business or to make something happen, like create something with you, or like there's a reason, there's something here, because I keep seeing also the Three of Pentacles. And then this card, I didn't address this card, this forgive card. Most of all, I feel like you are forgiving people that have done you wrong, and I think that that's the most peaceful thing that you could possibly do right now in order to move forward, is to just not allow these energies to get to you, because no matter what you do, there's going to be somebody that's going to come from another corner. Like you're so used to this. I feel like a lot of you could be famous, or a lot of you could feel like maybe you're a celebrity because like all this people, so many people throwing hate at you, you must be doing something right, because then why are they, why would they, if there's nothing good about you, then why are they paying attention, type of thing. Like, you're obviously drawing attention, whether it be good or bad. There's a reason that people are spewing hate or jealousy and things like that. It's because they want to either take you down to their level, or they want to, or they're jealous of your light. They can't handle it, so it makes them uncomfortable because they don't know how to be themselves, but you do, I feel like. So that's another thing. People from your past really do miss you. And then heavy projection. So a lot of you might be feeling like this heaviness, especially today, if you're seeing this, of like emotions that are not yours. Like it's like you want to focus on something, but like you're feeling like, oh, I'm foggy and I can't. Or like you go to do something that you want to genuinely do, but you can't. This is because you're feeling extra unmotivated due to someone else's unmotivation, or due to someone else's sadness, resentment, anger, jealousy, whatever negative emotion you're feeling is not even you. It's not you, not your own emotion. So you need to cord cut, cleanse, pray, do what you do to spiritually cleanse yourself, and just pay attention to that right now. Like, be on top of your game when it comes to that, because the projections just, they don't help you, and they definitely don't help you when it comes to like you having to focus and stuff, which is what they want. So if you give into this energy, you're allowing it to take you down, or you're allowing it to win. So you have to alchemize it. But again, I feel like a lot of you have been doing this or have been learning to do this. So if you haven't, this is something you should look up. Alchemy, how to transmute negative energy into power, into how to transmute pain into power, rather. So yeah, I just heard saw the angel numbers 333, 1111, 222, and 7777. Very random. The names Jessica, Artie, Donald, Kyle, John, Peter, Maureen, Lisa, Anne, Joanne or Joanna, I don't know what they're saying. Colleen, I think, or Callie, Kaya, Kira. Oh no, my computer. Yara, Zion, Caleb, Kason, and Antonio. Those are the names, and that could apply with initials too. So take what resonates to you. And some birthdays that are coming up are 414, 313. I keep getting those. 616 and 617. 618 as well. 919, 923, 924, 925, and 921. 12-2, 12-4, 12 the 3rd, December 3rd, I'm sorry. And then the years 1998, 1997, 1994, and 95. And then, 515, that's another date. May 15th. And October 10th. What else? I'm seeing Spider-Man is a symbolism that came up today. I saw that repetitively, and I saw someone else use that symbolism today in a video, and I like flipped out because I was like, oh my gosh, I saw, like, I'm seeing the same thing, like the Marvel symbolism, and I don't know really what that means, but I feel like it's insinuating that you're like a superhero. People are like viewing you maybe in such way, or but for me specifically, I kept seeing Spider-Man analogy, like the web, and so maybe a lot of you are like really indulging in your creativity right now. What else? And I feel like also sea turtles, owls, and ducks, like a family of ducks you might see. You might also see like a really cool looking like metallic-y car that's like, it's just not an ordinary car that you usually see. When you see that car, that's a sign, that's a confirmation of this reading. And then also a rainbow. I'm seeing a rainbow and a pond. Like a pond, but a cute one, like with lily pads and ducks. So maybe you live by a pond or something. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end it here. This was way longer than I thought, but let me know if this resonates with you guys in the comments, and like, share, subscribe, and yeah, see you next time. Thank you.